Hi, my name is Doug Silton.
And I'm Marianne Nuñez.
And welcome to our video on inside rolls and underarm turn variations. This is for the intermediate dancer. I'm going to show you how to lead stuff.
And I'm going to either just follow, or I'll stylize in the last 2 beats of the pattern, or maybe the last 4 beats of the pattern, or sometimes in the middle of the pattern without interfering with his lead.
That's right. And these variations we're going to show you are fantastic for your social dancing, early night, late night, competition moves. We're going to show you how to format everything to make it look good for an audience, but more importantly, how to connect with your partner and to the music. All right, party people, here we are starting off our video. We're going to show you a little combo. We're going to break it down for you, and then we're going to do it with some music. So here's what it's going to look like for our first one. We start off with a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 1 and a 2. We'll show you from the other side. We go 1 and a 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. A little variation for the guys to be slightly different. All right, so let's do the guys first and the girls. Does that sound good? All right, leaders, we're doing your sugar push tuck. If you don't already know a sugar push tuck, this video is probably not for you. So as you do your tuck, for the prep here, I'm going to have my hand a little bit lower to Marianne's, and as I turn her, I step into her with my right shoulder, right foot. Now for the first variation, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to turn all the way through. I'm going to comb my hair to the back of my neck, and then I'm going to triple step out. With counts, it goes and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Step in 5, 6, 7 and 8, or 7 and 8, which means this is like your basic whip rhythm structure. Double, triple, double, triple. Let me show the guys from the other side. So we have and a double, triple step, double, triple step. And I'll show you guys some more stuff right after Marianne's done with the ladies.
Okay, on this one, I'm just going to follow at the very end of the pattern. As we move down the video, I will be stylizing in the middle sometimes, and sometimes at the end, extending it. So for now, I'm just going to follow this pattern. And my rhythm is step, step, and a 1 and a 2. I'm going to do a syncopated triple, and a 3, 4. I'm going to do a double, 5, 6, and then a triple, 7 and 8.
Now leaders, what you're going to notice here, if you take a close look at my hand, a 3 and a 4, right here I take my watch hand and I bring it up and over my own head. If this were to go over Marianne's head at all, she might interpret that as I want her to turn. Right. And since that's what I'm not looking for right now, I bring the hand down my own neck and then I back away from her, shoop ba ba, which is different than our normal West Coast swing basics, how the follower is moving away from the leader and I'm holding a post and staying in place. So leaders, make sure that after you turn, you check into the follower, walk, comb, triple step away, and you're prepped for your and a 1.
And a tip for the ladies, go ahead and do the pattern again, Doug. Here's and a 1 and a 2, and a 3, 4, 5, between 5 and 6, I'm going to relax my pec so he can easily get it over his head. When you tighten up this muscle here, it makes it very difficult for the leader to fluently move it over his head, especially for us little ladies. Right.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to show you that with some music. So leaders, for the second variation, or your styling variation, instead of doing the full turn for Marianne and full turn for yourself, sometimes you want to do a half turn, and we're going to do a little float technique here. So we're going to go a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4. I step in on 5, but instead of turning my back to Marianne, I go side and I give her my right shoulder. I'm going to float and have the hand trickle down mine. So in full speed, that goes a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1. So to break down the footwork, I'm going to move to the other side for the guys. So as we move in, we have a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. I go forward 5, and I put my toe down. And this is going to a foot crushing position, as you can see my cool socks. So I'm going to float and crush my foot. I escape out on that foot. I hold, and a 1 for my lead. Let's show that again. I'm going to go from the same side, though. So leaders, with me please at home, we go a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, and a 5, 6, 7, 8,
and stop
1.
Right there.
All right, so for our next variation, we're going to show you a little combination. Starts with an underarm turn, then it goes into an inside turn Michael-ish combo. That may not make sense to you, so we're going to show you. Marianne, I'm going to start you on this side. We'll show you on both sides and break it down. We go a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then from this side, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6, a 1 and a 2. Here's our underarm with a hand change. Going into our inside turn, Michael. And we're out. All right, so here's how this is going to work. On the underarm turn, underarm pass, whatever you'd like to call it, do your version of it. The only difference is as we do a hand change, 3 and 4, leaders, right after you set that post for your anchor, you're going to go thumb down, wrist to wrist, and you're going to wrap up and around Marianne or whoever you're dancing with, her wrist. Leaders, I see this all the time socially, how you go wrist to hand. That feels pretty bad and it feels pretty weak. So specifically, remember to go above your partner's wrist with your thumb ring down, wrap it up and around. This way we can slide into our handshake hand hold.
Tip for the ladies to do that again, Doug. Make sure, ladies, that you don't disconnect for 1 split second.
Yeah, there should be no space in there.
So you have to pretend like you're holding a sheet of paper throughout the whole connection.
Yeah, so you can try this.
Otherwise, if you disconnect, he will not have control of leading your hand into that position.
Exactly. So let's try it again from this side over here. So we have a 7 and a 8 and a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, wrist wrap of 5 and a 6. From here, leaders, we're giving her another underarm turn, but we're doing it with a cross hand and we're accelerating it. So that's a 1, accelerate, catch her tricep. Now, as I catch her tricep, I'm also going to take this hand over my own head, and now without elbowing Marianne in the face, I invert my shoulder and raise it so she can duck under, and I guide her out with my left hand so I can trickle down. Let's watch that again. Starting with your cross hand handshake, we just did our wrist wrap down and around. We have a 1 and a 2, accelerate, 3 and 4, hand over your head, guys. Now suggest she goes under, a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8. Leaders, your footwork is double, triple, double, triple. Marianne?
And again, at the very end of that pattern, let's do it again, Dad.
Sure. Starting from the top, we have our underarm.
2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6. 1, 2, 3 and a 4, 5. I'm going to connect here. I feel that he wants me to stay connected to his left arm. I'm holding that sheet of paper as I come out of it to anchor.
Notice that's why my shirt sleeve keeps sliding down. Thank you, Marianne.
You're welcome. All right, let me count the ladies' footwork on that. So it's and a 1 and a 2, of course, 3 and a 4, and then anchor and a 5 and a 6. Here's 1, here's 2. Now he's going to accelerate, so I'm going to do a syncopated triple and a 3, 4. I'm going to step forward 5, step forward 6, connect, and a 7 and a 8.
Yeah, and the only dangerous thing that could possibly happen here, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Leaders, please make sure your elbow doesn't go towards your partner, but it has to go towards you. Loosen your shoulder and then raise it so she goes underneath. Now that's the dangerous, like, could be bloody part. The other thing is if you're not wearing deodorant, or if you've been sweating a lot, guys, this is not what you want to be showing your partner. Right. So make sure you change shirts and then go back to your social dancing.
And for us little layers, we hardly have to duck, right?
Well, that is true.
We hardly have to duck.
Hardly have
See,
to
I
duck.
hardly have to duck.
Yes. And if I do this with tall ladies, or if Marianne had her like twin on her shoulders, I probably wouldn't do this. You don't have a twin, do you?
No.
Okay. All right. So let's show a little stylization for you at the end, shall we?
Yes. Okay. Same
right.
pattern though. And a 1 and a 2. We'll just do it first.
This is the good side now, so they can see it. 3 and a 4, a 5, 6, 7 and 8, and a 1, 2. A little backslide.
Right. All I did. And it didn't interfere with this lead because I'm stylizing at the very end of the pattern. So let me do the count on that. And a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to turn, and I'm actually going to do a triple. 7 on my left foot and 8. And I did left, right, left, leaving my right foot free, ready to go into the next pattern.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's show that in full speed with some music.
All right.
So for our third variation, we're going to show you a couple different techniques that you're going to need for the rest of this video and the rest of your social dance lives. And let's get started. So we're going to go with an underarm turn to begin. It's very nice and relaxed. Then we're going to accelerate that underarm turn. We're going to go into what looks like a whip and becomes a 3-wall whip. And it's also going to become a triple step out for 10 counts. So we're doing a 6 and a 10, right, Marianne?
Yes, and I'm just following this one at the last, I'm just following the whole pattern.
All right, but we'll show you a different stylization later on. So if we just follow with counts now, we have a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6, a 1 and a 2. Oh, that is not good, Doug. Let's try that again, shall we? Starting underarm pass. A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6, a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6, and a 7 and a 8.
Yes, now the ladies' footwork on this one. Again, we're doing a basic underarm turn, so it's still double, and standard triple, and standard rolling
Same
triple.
for the leaders.
Okay, and then the next one, and a 1, 2, and a 3, 4, because he has a little acceleration, so I'm doing that syncopated triple there. Ready, and I'm going to 5, and then 6, so I've been left, right. He's going to turn, I'm going to triple to the end of the track, 7 and 8.
And leaders, you're doing the exact same footwork, well, but on the other foot, and that's going to go double, triple step, triple step, double, triple step, double, triple step. And for stylization, leaders, I'm doing a cross and cross. Now, what you're all asking is, how do you lead that last triple step? Because normally when followers come out of a whip or a 3-wall, usually right here they want to go walk, walk, triple step. But now I'm making or leading Marianne to do a triple step. To do that, I need to lead an acceleration, not only with my lead, but also with how I get into my leverage. So we have a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5, 6. As I toss Marianne out, I accelerate her down with my body, and I triple step away from her. Triple step. And that makes her body do a triple rhythm.
Now what I felt there, that little spring stretch roll, bow and arrow, which made me actually, right, do the triple down the slot. So here's your 2, 3, and 4. Now watch, 5, I feel more of a stretch here, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it creates that nice little spring from there.
And leaders, just for your styling, when you finish off with that cross, make sure that your weight is going back and that your right foot's not massively in front of your foot, but you want it to be pushing back, so your next step for the ando 1 will roll through your foot and give you a nice solid transition into a 1.
Okay.
All right, so now for a variation on that, I'm going to lead Marianne into a walk-walk, because this is also perfectly acceptable as a great pattern in the dance. And she's going to be able to style when I don't force her to do that triple step. A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5, 6, and now I walk her out. Walk, walk. And now Marianne gets to take over.
Right. Now I'm going to stylize the last 4 beats, but I'm going to propose, and he will know because I'm going to get my left hand. It's kind of like, okay, let me do something here. All right, it's for 9, 10. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to actually lift my own hand. If he lets me, I'll go underneath. If he doesn't, then I would just back away. But since he's very easy to connect this information to, I'm going to lift it, and I'm going to turn around and just twist onto my right foot, and I'm going to end up with my weight on my right foot. But no fear, because into the next pattern, I'll do a syncopated triple and a 1, 2.
That's right. And leaders, as soon as she touches your hip, you're like, Marianne Nuñez is touching my hip. Don't move. Pay attention to whatever she's doing. Let's show that full speed, shall we?
Okay.
A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6, and a 1 and a 2. Accelerate, 3 and a 4, 5. And walk it out. She touches your hip, and then you're like, ooh, I'm watching. Into our next. Now the only thing we haven't touched on yet is when I do this accelerated underarm turn into a close, into a whip, I am catching Marianne with the back of my hand, then the front of my hand. Take a look at my hand here. When I go and a 1 accelerate, I put the back of my hand on her shoulder blade and I roll it to the front of her of my hand. So guys, you're never leading by the spine. So I put my fingertips, Marianne, I'm gonna rotate you this way so they can see this at home. My fingertips are on the edge of the spine, and when she finishes her turn, now my palm is on the other shoulder blade. So don't lead by the middle of the back, guys. Always lead by one shoulder blade or the other.
And of course, he places his hand right underneath my shoulder blade so I can actually let my shoulder blade and my shoulders hang over.
That's right.
For a better connection.
All right, let's show them this with music, shall we?
Yes.
For our fourth variation, we're going to do what I call a BA, which is a left side, right side. We'll let you show them what we're doing, shall we?
Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stylize in the middle of the pattern without interfering with his lead.
Which is beautiful for the followers to be able to sort of jam out on their own and not get in my way, because, yeah. All right, so it's going to look like this. A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6, a 7 and an 8, and a 9 and a 10, ending right to left. Show you guys from the other side. So Marianne, I'm going to bring you over here. From the other side, we have a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 7 and an 8, 9 and a 10. All right, so let's break it down for the guys first. Leaders, you're doing an inside roll, a basic inside roll down your left side, or your B side would look like this. A 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6 for a pass. Marianne, do you want to go over that styling real quick?
Okay, so on the first one, go ahead and do it again.
And guys, you're going to be catching her in the closed position. Let me show that first.
Okay.
So we have an inside roll, back of the hand to the front of the hand. So I'm bringing her into closed position.
All right, so for the ladies' footwork, I'm going to
bring it to the other side.
All right.
Easier for them to see.
Okay, so I'm going to do and a 1, 2, and stepping on the right foot on the and ronde with the left foot on 3, landing on the left foot on 4. Okay, let's do that again. And a 1, 2, and a 3, 4. Now I have a choice. I can go 5 in step 6. Okay, let's go up to 6. 1, 2, and a 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that's if we're just ending in closed position. But I'm going to accelerate Marianne, so she's going to be moving forward on her 5 now. So it goes a 1 and actually from the other side.
Okay.
Here we go, people. And so make sure that if you are facing us, guys, make sure your television's on your left-hand side. A 1 and a 2, 3, 4, and I bring her through 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. So if you're going just to closed position, you have one option, but for this variation, we're going to accelerate the 5 for the ladies.
Okay, let me break down that ladies part on that. So again, 1, 2, and a 3, 4, 5, step forward 6, ready, and a 7, 8, and we go 9, 10, I did a double at the very end there.
Yes. All right, so here we go. 1, 2 little sugar push to warm up. Inside roll. Leaders, you're getting her to move around you. Now, depending on how far she's traveled, you might have to actually cheat the other direction. Let me show you what I mean by that. Instead of waiting for her to come to me, if she's taking really small steps, I can actually come to her knowing that I'm gonna have to reverse her direction. Now, as I'm going into this reverse, we're doing what I call a rainbow, and as I lead her out, I'm going to lead an inside roll and raise my arm to rainbow over her head. So this is a really nice pattern because on one side we have an inside roll, and on the other side we have another inside roll. To lead this inside roll, guys, what I do is as I bring her forward, I move my elbow and my shoulder and I raise it up. Marianne counters that, and that tension springs her to go into a nice inside roll through. Leaders, you don't really have to move your feet for the last anchor. You can just stay in place and pull against her lightly.
And again, since he accelerated it, I did a syncopated triple there. So let me do the count again. 1, 2, and a 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7, 8, because he accelerated it. Then I just step 9 and 10.
And you're going to get used to being with your right and her left, guys, because we'll be going into using this later on in this video. Let's show them with music, shall we?
Yes.
All right, so now for the 5th variation on this video, we're going to show you, it's actually, you get 2 out of this one. We're going to show you a 10 count that we're going to use as our base or our root for this, and then we're going to do an 8 and a 10, and it looks pretty cool. So we're going to show you right now what the 2 look like. For the first one, we're starting with a sugar push. A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10 with that triple out that you learned in a previous chapter. And then for the variation, I'm going to show you from the other side because that's both of our better sides for this movement. We have a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, a 1 and a 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10 with an acceleration at the end. Is that right?
That's right.
That's right. So now we're going to break it down for you. We're starting with a sugar push, and we're going to use a rather stretchy compression to bounce her out and then bring her in. So you'll notice that as I ricochet Marianne backwards, I'm holding back in a pike position, and then I bring her into that tight inside roll or inside turn that we've used before. So I bring her in tighter, back of the hand, front of the hand, and then I'm going to finish off with an acceleration just like in the previous chapter for our triple step, same crossover styling for the leaders. A double, triple step, bounce it, bring it through, and triple step.
Okay, the ladies' footwork on this, and a 1, 2, 3, and stop. 4, I'm going to touch with my left foot. 5, and come forward. 6, do a triple, 7, and 8.
And then we finish that off with a triple step for both of us.
9 and a 10.
Triple tap.
Triple 10.
Triple 10.
Exactly.
Let's show that from the other side, shall we?
Okay.
So we have, starting with our sugar push, asking for the other hand, a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, bounce it, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and a 10. Now for the other variation, Marianne gets to play with a little moonwalk, and as soon as she plays, I'm going to redirect her energy and do something different with it.
Okay.
2, a 3 and a 4, a 5, 6, 7, and 8, and that's my advanced footwork, by the way. If you rewind that and watch what I just did, pretty much looks like this. All right.
All right.
So you know the first part, you know the sugar push. Let's show it from the other side, though. So as we break down this next part, Marianne actually is going to propose.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I'm going to propose. So I'm going to start with a double and my triple, then a tap step, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now as he turns me, I'm going to do the moonwalk. I'm going to go back with my left foot, 1, small step back, 2, larger step back with the right foot, 2, and I'm going to do slide the left foot, transfer my weight to my right foot, 3, and and then 4. So there is a triple. Let's do that again.
Sure. From the other side then?
Yes, from the other side.
So we're going to get the second hand here, guys. We go 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4. Stretchy, stretchy. Bring her in, and she goes
1, 2, 3, and a 4. All right, now he's going to take it over from here.
Yeah, so Marianne did that on her own, but she's still in my hand and she rebounded, so now I can give her, instead of, she just used a linear motion, now I'm gonna give her a rotational motion to change up the theme. So I'm gonna bring her right leg around for a ronde.
5, 6,
and another
again,
ronde.
7,
and I'm
8.
leading this by taking my frame, guys, we'll just repeat this over and over. I can rotate her around, and as I rotate her, Marianne gets to style. Now I'm holding my frame up, so if she needs extra support, she can push down on it. Now as soon as her weight commits to her left foot, I'm going to end this by giving her an accelerated triple to the open, triple step.
And go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to say my advanced footwork is still here.
Right. Now what I did there to exit out there, I took 4 steps. I did an extended double, so we're
Let's
here.
start with the ronde, shall we? So we have a ronde.
Now he's going to lead me, I'm going to step 4 times, and a 7 and a 8, and a 9 and a 10. I think it was a 10 count, right?
Yes, or however it works into the music for you guys. Okay. So let's show that from 2 different angles. So we start sugar push, 2, a 3 and a 4, a stretchy, stretchy, 7 and 8, a 1, 2, 3. Guys, your turn. Lead her into a ronde. Hard to see her, I know. You can check out my stance. Accelerated inside in 4 steps for Marianne. From this side, we have our sugar push. Bounce it back, bring it through. Marianne takes over, rebounds. This is me leading her. And then you could also add an extra turn if you have more time in the music and if Marianne is actually dancing with you. So let's show that with some music, shall we? All right, so now we're gonna be doing a sugar push and then an elbow block, so you get like a little 2-part pattern here. We'll demo it and break it down for you.
You're gonna stylize the push break, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we are
Yes.
definitely stylizing this push break, or sugar push. So it's gonna look like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's a 6 and an 8. We'll show you from this side. We go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. All right, so let's do the footwork for the guys first. And what's more important than the footwork? How to lead it. So guys, from your left hand, her right hand, as I bring Marianne in, my goal is to take her shoulder and open it slightly. When that shoulder opens, she still has linear motion, but she's going to turn her body sideways. Okay, so that's the first part of the lead. So I go 1, open her, and then compress. Now for my footwork, guys, what I'm doing is this. I'm going 1, 2, kick, ball change with a hiccup. I'm going to an open stance, and I'm doing a little booty roll. So let's back up this way. I'll show the guys again. 1, 2, kick, ball, cross, step, booty roll for your anchor. Marianne?
Okay, I do, and 1, 2, kick, 3 and 4, and I could do it again as he does what he does. I could turn around and go 5 and 6.
Okay, so now that we're settled into our sugar push, let me do it from this side, and then you do it from this side, so you guys can try it with us at home. If you watch my feet, we have a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6. If you wanted to make it into 8 counts, just for kicks, you go 6, 7, and 8. You can repeat that roll. For the ladies.
And 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and a 6, and then we're ready to go into the next pattern.
Yes. All right, so moving right along, we have and a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6. Now here's where we're going to do an elbow block. I lead her into an inside roll on my right side, guys. On your A side, we have a 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you notice, I'm not holding onto Marianne's hand. I'm touching her fingers lightly. Our major connection point is in my elbow pit with her tricep bicep elbow. So once I catch her, I'm going to reverse her, but I am going to show you from this other side so it'll be much easier to see. So we have our sugar push first. 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 1, 2, and 3. I'm sinking my right hip to the right side. I'm blocking her energy, and I'm going to reverse her. Now, stay there for a second, Marianne. To reverse her, I use my shoulder and I rotate. Guys, you're rotating to your left with your entire elevated frame. So as I rotate her through, I catch her on her right shoulder. At this point, I do what I call a shot put, where I bring my hand under my chin, I bring my elbow up and over, avoiding her face, and then I trickle down for a triple step. Let's do that a few times for the guys, shall we? Leaders, make sure your television, your iPad, your monitor, whatever you're watching this on, is on your left side. Your hand connection is right to left, and we go 1, 2, and 3, reversing her, catching her. I haven't moved my feet yet. Shot put up and over, avoiding her face, triple step, ending with my favorite little cross and cross that you're noticing a lot on this video. Marianne?
Okay, can you do it non-stop for me
I
first?
can. Let's do it from this side over here. We go.
And a 1, 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6. 1, 2 and a 3, 4 and a 5, 6, and I could do 7, 8. Just double at the end. So I can have my right foot free.
Yes. Now, whichever side you're starting on, guys, you should be ending on the other side. So if I'm facing Marianne and the TV is to my right, a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now the TV is on my left-hand side. All right. Anything else to add?
No, I think that's pretty good.
Well, let's show you guys with some music. Okay, so now we're going to show you a really cool slide that you can do with pretty much anyone. We'll show you the easier version for when you're, how do we call this, intergenerational?
Well, we'll start with a smaller slide,
little slide,
a safer one, and then we're going to go into just a little larger slide for those that you know you could trust to do this with.
Yes, and we're also going to show you for when you're dancing on the edge of the dance floor at 3 a.m. at your next convention, how to make it look the best for the people sitting there watching with their mouths wide open. All right, so it's going to look like this, starting with Marianne in front of me. We're going to do a sugar push just to get a little warmed up here, and then I'm going to bring her into an inside roll, and then I'm going to tilt her shoulders and lead her into a little tiny slide and up. On the same side, we can make it much, much bigger by taking her more off her axis and ending with something pretty amazing. You like this leg line? That's right, Lindy Hoppers can learn. All right, so here's how it's going to work. Mary, I'm going to move to the other side.
Okay.
The backdrop is your audience, people. That is your audience. So when you bring in your partner, we're going to bring her in on your left-hand side, on your audience side, in an inside roll. Now, as I catch Marianne in the closed position, I'm going to my strong stance. You can't see her, but you can see me. Now you can see her. Now you can't. All right, so what I'm going to be doing with her shoulders, Marianne? You want to explain that part?
On the, you mean on the
Yeah,
on
so
the
as I
tilt?
start to bring you down.
Okay, okay, let's do it from this position. So I
Yes.
just- Now, what I'm feeling here is, now he has a little bit of a wall, and I can actually compress off of that
With your left hand, leaders.
in my right hand, and I could use that to push off. Now, I'm just making sure, if for some reason we do not want to go gun-ho with a stranger on slides, so first tested, and mostly I'm on my right foot, as you can see. I have it bent. I'm sitting in that. So if for some reason he were to be off balance, I have support in my center over my right foot. So instead of going with both my feet forward, that's not a good thing when you don't know the leader, okay? So I'm going to actually put my weight. I'm going right,
and
left.
Leaders, you are moving her through this. You are sliding her open.
To my right. Okay, so let me do that.
There's this motion from here is a sliding your partner motion. If you can visualize that, maybe this will help. I don't know if the audience got my sarcasm. Here we go. Slide and up. Now we're ending with sort of a funky hand grip here, but that's okay, because all I have to do is whatever I'm leading next, just let go of that hand and get the other. Or from here, I can just relax my hand and go to a regular hand position. Now, as we're doing, let's do the more advanced slide as long as we're on this side here.
Okay.
So I bring the follower and nothing changes except for the fact that I'm leading her way past her center. This builds her momentum and allows her to shoot up and out. Now I know that since I'm giving her more momentum, she can take that farther and do a little bit of a longer slide and even end facing away from me.
Right. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, okay, 5 and 6. Always want to get up on your left foot on 6. Now I know he's setting the point of connection there. I cross over 7, stay on my right foot, 8.
And leaders, since you have this really strong hand grip, use it. If I would let go of Marianne right now, she would either catch herself, or if she was leaning a little bit too far forward, she might fall. So you guys be very careful that you're holding on to your partner.
If for some reason he lets go, ladies, and you're leaning away from him, always just push up to your right foot and stand up straight.
Or just fall and make him feel really bad.
No.
You know, one or the other.
Okay.
All right, so now here's how we're actually going to make this look good for the audience. So if I start Marianne over here and the TV is to your left, guys, I can inside roll her in and slide her out. Now let's say that she was starting on the other side. The audience is still the backdrop, so instead of doing an inside roll down my left side, I give her an accelerated underarm turn like you know from various patterns on this video, and I give her an accelerated underarm turn, reverse her, lean her shoulders, and go directly into that slide again. So you can format this from either direction. Now if you guys are the audience so you can see, inside turn accelerated, take her off her center, slide her out, and if she's on this side, I do an inside roll, off her center, take her out. There is not one that is better than another. They are both fantastic.
And you have different styling, ladies. But when you go into the lunging, create like a bow here, a curve here, and you can put your hand on this position here. You could place it up. You could place it here. All different hand style variations.
And it all depends on whatever you're feeling in the music. Let's show them what we feel with some music. All right, people, check this out. We're starting with a sugar push, a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6 and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And then from the other side, this is the side where you're like, well, why are you demoing it from this side? You can't see Marianne. This way you can see me.
So the first time I'll
4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, no styling.
First time I'm just going to style.
3, 4,
I'm sorry.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let's show them the stylization.
Okay.
So we have sugar push, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Now what I'm going to do here is I'm still going to do my 5, 6. I'm just going to go and 7, 8 onto my left foot, straight leg.
Lovely. So here's how we're going to break this down for the connection. Leaders, we're doing a two-handed sugar push. We're asking for the hand. I'm doing a styling with my left leg. So I go 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. I do a quick and with my right foot. I'm going to flick my leg up and then pull it behind me. So that's a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5, 6.
And of course I just do my double, triple, triple.
Now I'm prepped to bring her in for an egg beater. This egg beater is an inside roll, like you're leading with one hand, but I'm leading with 2 hands. So my right hand goes over my head, and my left hand leads a regular inside roll. Now I'm going to stop Marianne with my left hand here, and I'm going to suggest by giving a slight push that she moves backwards. So one more time, guys. We do stylizing on your sugar push with your left foot. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have 4 counts back. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Marianne?
Okay, so let me count that out for the ladies. Here's into 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6. 1, 2 and a 3, 4. What I feel here is a wall. Whenever you feel a wall, ladies, you compress into it, and you can actually push yourself away from that wall. Just by him shifting his weight slightly forward, it gives a nice lead and a little help on that. And of course, I'm going to go my walk for 5, 6. Then I'm just going to do and a 7, 8.
And I would love to show us from the other side so the ladies can see your styling. Let's do it from this direction, actually.
Okay.
So we start with our sugar push. A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, leaders 5, 6. Now here we go. 2. Ladies, watch Marianne.
4, 5, 6, and a 7, 8.
So you can see the split weight and then settling onto her left there.
My left foot, yes.
Okay, let's show it from this side. We have a double, triple step and style. And then we have a 1 and a 2, 3, 4. Now leaders, when she backs up, she lets go of my right hand. I just bring it down. I don't want to keep it back here because this is just sort of the awkward position.
Okay, and here we go.
A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she styles it out. You know what time it is, Marianne? It's time for music.
Absolutely. Let's try it.
All right, so now we've got a 10 count little pattern variation for you. I get to lead it.
And I just follow.
All right, so we're gonna start in the open position, but I'm gonna start Marianne on this side. Here's what it shall look like. A 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8 and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 7 and 8, 9 and a 10. So we're combining a lot of the things that you've already seen on this video. So if you have questions on the techniques for how to lead or follow some of the stuff that we've already talked about, go back and review the other chapters. All right, so we're starting with an underarm turn, and we're gonna accelerate this turn just like we've done on various chapters on this video. As I accelerate Marianne, I'm stopping her on her left shoulder with my hand. From here, I'm going to reverse her. Now, if you were doing, let's say, bad swing dancing or bad, salsa or anything just, back in the Gap commercial days, you may have done something that looks like this. And that's sort of what we're doing. We're grabbing onto the shoulder. So I accelerate her in, I catch her, and as I reverse her, here's the key, guys, I'm looking for her left hand. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna hook my left foot out of the way so I can egg roll her, just like you learned in variation number 8 on this video. And then we put it all together. So we have a 1 and a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9 and a 10, and I'm anchoring out with Marianne.
Okay, for the ladies part, here we go. And a 1, 2, and a 3, 4. Again, I'm doing a syncopated triple because he accelerated it. Ready? And a 5, 6, another syncopated triple, and a 7, 8, another syncopated triple, and then 9 and a 10, just a standard triple. Point you want to remember, since he wants my left hand, let's do it again, Doug, and 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and I know it because I see him place it there. Ladies, you don't want to have your hand out here or away. Watch what his right hand is doing so you'll have your left hand ready to be caught.
Yes.
Okay.
And if the hand wasn't there, I try and be very loose and flexible on the dance floor. So Marianne, go ahead and hide your hand for me. And if I go for it and it's not there, I use it for something else, i.e. the first variation on this video, except my microphone would have been on then. All right, so let's walk through this with counts from each direction. We go a 1 and a 2, a 3, 4. Reach for the hand, guys. Hook your left foot behind. Egg roll and anchor together. From this side, a 1 and a 2, a 3, 4, a 5, 6. Egg roll and out.
And again, ladies, you want to make sure that your arms, the pecs right here, are very relaxed so that he can actually go over his head very fluently and easily.
Yes, not with a fitted shirt though, because it keeps coming untucked. Let's show it with some music, shall we?
Okay.
All right, Marianne, we're gonna show them three little, one combo with three little parts to it. We got a 6 count, a 6 count, and an 8 count. So let's show them what it's gonna look like. We do a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6. From here we go into a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6, a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we go into whatever we're doing next. But since this is the last combo in the video, there's nothing next. So you just thank your partner, you go thanks, you walk away. All right, so the first part, you already know this, it's an underarm turn, a 1 and a 2. We're doing the wrist wrap. Now that's very reminiscent of the first move on this video, bringing it back to square one. Now we're doing what's called a crossbow whip. A crossbow whip is when your right hand, guys, goes over your left hand, and we do what I call an open whip. An open whip looks like this, where it looks like a whip, but I'm not touching her back. We're gonna make this 6 counts using an acceleration, just like we did earlier on the video as well. So with the right to right hand hold, we do a crossbow whip, reaching underneath for her hand. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now from here, guys, you have to take your left hand and bring it over her head. And I know what you're saying, you can't get your left hand over her head. All you have to do is slide it up and over. So my right hand goes to my left elbow pit. Right hand, left elbow pit. Now as this hand comes over, I guide Marianne down the line and into my awaiting right hand. Let's do that from this side, shall we? So we just did our underarm turn, we did our wrist wrap, crossbow whip, a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 5 and a 6, leading a triple with a compression. From here, the last part of my job is to lead Marianne into an inside roll.
Now my hands are free, so I can extend it a little longer, right? So let's count that out from the top.
From the top.
And a 1, 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, and a 1, 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, and a kick and step, step. So I did and a 1 and a 2. I'm going to feel his lead on 2 and a 3 and a 4. So I step 4 times to get in this position. My weight's on my left. I'm going to turn around 5, 6, 7, and 8.
And since it's a free spin, if you notice where Marianne's arms are, they are not in a please grab me position. That's how I know that if I were to reach for her, I would not be getting her hand.
At the very end, I'm here. Let's do that again, and I'll count the last part of the ladies. 1, 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6. 1, 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. I did 5 on my right foot, 5, stayed on my right foot, 6, and then I did 7 and a 8. And on that 5, 6, you can do a ronde and then anchor. You could bring it in and then anchor.
And I think you did a double before too, right?
Probably.
Yeah. Overachiever.
Uh-huh.
U.S. Open champions.
So here we go. 2, 4. There we go. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8.
And that was a triple.
Yeah, well, whatever.
And you too can do this triple. That's right. Let's show us some music, shall we?
Yes.
Here we go.